to Prattville Lions football today. I'm Will Barrett, joined with head coach Caleb Ross. We're going to be wrapping up the spring and looking forward to what's coming up this summer for Prattville Lions football. A lot has been going on, and let's get right into it. Coach, I know you're a busy man. Thanks for carving out some time for us today.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. We've had at this time of year, you think you get a lot of stuff done. There's always something to get done, but you're in instead of being 90 miles an hour, I guess it goes back to about 70, 75 this time of year, but.
Just a little.
Just a little bit. And you try to do a little time with your family. You've been grinding. We've been in the middle of spring. And so you get a couple of weeks. We had a little time there for Memorial Day. But these weeks are good for head football coaches because the kids are out. A lot of people are gone. You really can get a lot of things done. So, but you can do it at your own pace too, which is better. But it's football. It's 365.
Absolutely.
24/7. So glad to do it.
Well, you had a fast and furious spring culminating in the Cardinal and White game. First of all, congratulations on what appeared to be a fantastic spring. I know you've got some comments about that.
Yeah, I was talking to another coaching buddy of mine at another school actually today, and he asked me, Coach, how did you thought spring went? And I said, from a standpoint of kids, the effort, the energy, buying into what we want them to do, getting kids out, getting people closer on the same page. I couldn't ask for a better spring. One of the best spring trainings I've ever had. 10 days of practice, I thought we got a lot accomplished. Now, we have a long way to go, and there's a lot that we got to work on. But from the kids moving around at practice, there wasn't a bad day. You didn't have bad attitudes. I was very, very pleased, I was really pleased of where we're heading. So,
anytime you make a coaching change from the top down, the philosophy of everything that happens typically changes, and usually the people that are slowest to catch up would be the players. They've been in a system for 3 to 4 years now that has been done a certain way, and you come in with a new system. Talk about how that transition went this spring.
I was probably blown away by that the most. The kids, kids are resilient. That's one thing you learn about. You always think, it's going to affect these 16, 17-year-old boys, but a lot of times, they pick up. There's change, and they may be upset or they may be glad, whatever. Either way, they pick up and go with the flow. And they really, you could tell our kids want to be good. They want to win. They're hungry for success. So it's like they soaked in everything we told them this spring, and they really bought into the way we practice, moving around from drill to drill. And we're still not even at the pace that we really need to be at. We had to kind of introduce it. You got to do a culture shock, but you can't really go 180 the first day because you're just not ready for that. So, right. But I was really pleased. I couldn't be more pleased how the kids responded, They want to be good, and they embrace the change and the things that we did this spring.
Well, obviously, the kids showed that they were hungry for a change, and the community really showed that as well in the way the turnout for the Cardinal and White game was. Not highly advertised, not a big deal made about the Cardinal and White game this year, but still, the stands filled up. Enthusiasm is there back in the community as well as the players, and that was really great to see.
That's it, and you can feel it. And like I said, we didn't really advertise it, and we kind of on purpose. We didn't want to make it a real big deal, but I knew there would be a lot of people there. People asked me about it, and I wasn't going to tell them a story. We knew what date, and I looked up at some point, and there was a lot of people there, and people care. And it's what I knew when we took the job. This community cares about football, and they want to be good. And that's what's awesome for our kids. They saw it too. The kids saw, these people are back out here. They do support us. They want us to be good. And that's the biggest message I always tell those kids, and since the day one, that you play football at Prattville, that's a big deal. You represent a lot of people. You represent this community, your families, all that. But people want you to be successful here. So, and it's rewarding for the kids to know that if I put in this effort and time, I can go do this in front of my city, in front of my community, and they're going to support me. Very pleased with the turnout in spring.
Absolutely, and one thing that's also been an interesting turnout is your revised coaching staff. You've got some new faces to the coaching staff here, but not new to Prattville necessarily. Talk about some of these hires. Speaking of, we talked about J.B. Wallace before, but also Mitchell Thornton coming back in, and new offensive coordinator from Demopolis that I saw for the first time at the Cardinal and White game. And he's got some enthusiasm about him. Talk about these guys.
I will. And we talked about JB earlier in the first episode. And JB, the hire there was incredible. We're talking about an incredible human being, incredible coach, been a head coach, been a seasoned defensive coordinator on championship teams. The strides, the impact he's made already is incredible. Very fortunate that we were able to hire Matthew Malone. He's offensive coordinator from Demopolis last year. Even though he's not from Prattville, he actually has some Prattville roots. His grandfather is from Prattville, so he knew a little bit about this place. Originally from Andalusia, but I got to know Matthew when he was the offensive coordinator at MGM, Mary G. Montgomery down in Mobile. Young guy, but very sharp, impressive. Really did really good things with their offense. Gave them a chance to be successful. And so we've kind of built that relationship. I knew he was at Demopolis last year. They went to the semifinals and were overtime play away, I think, from playing for a state championship. And so the opportunity to hire him, bring him here, man, was something that we couldn't turn down. And he wanted to be here. Man, we've known each other. He's a sharp mind. I'm always going to be involved in the offense, but here's a guy that's, man, he's called it in big ball games as well. He's going to provide maybe another wrinkle or two, that maybe something that we weren't doing that he's going to add to it. You mentioned Mitchell Thornton. Man, what a big hire. You know, we need to hire another O-line guy. Here's a guy he's been successful, coached at high levels. It's funny, about a year ago when I was at Opelika, I was looking to hire an O-line guy. And so I called some buddies of mine. I called a guy who's a well-known O-line guy in the state, and I said, tell me who's somebody I can hire. Well, he had no clue they even knew who Mitchell Thornton was. He said, man, there's a guy at Dothan named Mitchell Thornton. I said, man, I know exactly who he is. Yeah. It didn't work out. We ended up hiring somebody else at Opelika because of the teaching field ended up being something different. But when I got this job, he was a guy that I wanted to get back here. Not only is he a good coach, but he's a Prattville guy. And we've got a unique community here, and you got to have guys like JB, like Mitchell Thornton that understands a Prattville kid. So he's going to bring that value. And those are three really big hires that we've been able to get back. And we've got some other guys helping out, volunteering, that it's going to be really good. Really pleased. And the guys, I'll say this, man, the guys that were here, they really bought into what we're doing, man. I've been really pleased, man. People want success. They want direction. And I feel like, man, these guys, we've had a good spring, man. It's been a good blend. I like my staff. I like where we're going with it.
Spring's in the books. School's out. The parking lots are empty, but football keeps going. Summer workouts, 7-on-7 camps, college camps, lots of things going on. What's your message to the kids this summer?
Well, man, it's such a new program this year, and every year you want to get better, and that's an easy answer. But man, what you learn in the spring, we got to carry that over. We got to continue to get better. And we've always said summer's where we made most of our strides. We put in a lot of work. We're going to continue developing their body as an athlete. We're going to continue to try to condition them to be ready, but then you're going to keep installing your offense, your defense. We will go compete in 7-on-7s, learning how to compete. We're signed up to go play in 3 7-on-7s, and may even do a 4th. In my mind, how do you make kids competitive? Well, you got to get them in competitive events, and you got to put them in those situations as much as possible and to be successful. So we'll go compete in a couple 7-on-7s. We do have a lot of kids going to colleges, man. That's another thing is, man, we've got kids that are talented enough to go play at the next level. Man, I want them to go get a chance to earn a scholarship, to go promote them. And so we've laid out a calendar of college camps and prospect camps where they can go and showcase their skills and hopefully earn that scholarship. And, man, we got a bunch of kids going out there doing that, and they're making names for themselves. And to me, as a head coach, that's my job. That's my job to help promote them. Now, I can't ever make a school offer a kid. That's just one. But I can get our kids in front of them. And that's kind of what we did. So, and it's our job, in my mind, to help facilitate that. So, main thing, man, just take what we learned in the spring, improve on that, keep learning the offense, learning the defense, and every day just challenge them to be the best they can be. I know that sounds like a generic coach speak answer, but that's true. And that's kind of the goals we set this spring. And that's what I told them, set goals. What do you want to get done? Every day is a day to get better. Find something to improve on. And we'll stay on top of them. Man. So we'll go 4 days a week in the summer. We'll start back June the 11th, and it never really stops. Like I said, there are camps this week, camps next week. Then we'll get started back, and we'll get a week of the 4th. But in my mind, this time of year, man, it's football season. So.
Absolutely. And the hard work, the summer camps, and the spring workouts, it's already starting to pay dividends for these players. And if you're in the Twitter sphere at all, you'll see, where the offers are starting to rack up for some of these kids. And it's exciting to see that, that they're actually got real offers now to the next level.
That's right.
To further education, for the football career. It's awesome to see that.
I'm excited. There's some coaches out there that, man, that's like they don't think it's their job, or they don't take that. To me, that's exciting, man. A kid's got a sport that he loves, and here's this university saying, hey, we want to offer you a chance to play the game you love, and we're going to pay for your education. Man, how incredible is that? And it should be. It's the age we live in. We're going to celebrate it. Now, they got to go and continue doing the things they're doing, and who knows, one offer may lead to 2 offers. 2 offers could be 4 offers, and we've got 3 or 4 kids that have already gotten offers, and the way I look at it, we're just at the tip of the iceberg.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we've got enough kids. We got some good high school football players that deserve the chance to go play at the next level. They just need to get their skills out in front of somebody. So, is it the most important thing in your program? No, but it's one of the most important things. That is important, man. I want the parents to know that, hey, you've got a coaching staff that's going to help your son go to the next level, and that, to me, I take it, that's my responsibility. So we will definitely help that. In the meantime, we're also trying to get our program better, and we got to do the things to help Prattville win too. So it's a win-win, and we're excited about that, and we'll continue to push that out there. And the good news now, most of the college camps are early June, so they don't really conflict with any days that we want to practice and get better. And that's probably, I guess, if there's any criteria, is, well, we can't interfere with what we're doing, but now if there's a school that's on the verge of offering a kid, man, we're going to help a kid out. We're never going to hold them back from that opportunity. So really pleased with that, and I'm excited to see some of our boys get those early offers like you're talking about.
It's fantastic. Well, you hit on parents and you hit on improving the program. Quarterback Club has a lot to do with that, and a lot of these parents are involved in the Quarterback Club. Fundraising opportunities this summer. I know there's going to be things happening this summer to help fund this program. Talk about some of the things that the community can expect coming out.
Sure.
As far as fundraisers to better this program.
Well, first thing I'll say, this is really more of a school, but we've already did reserve seating. We've already got that out. We sent mail outs to previous people that have reserved seats. Man, that's taken off, going well compared to, I think, previous years. We're already, we're way ahead of the game there and getting a lot of requests and people buying reserved seats. They're on sale. We started that about a month ago, and so they're available. Quarterback Club, we put some things together. We've teamed up with the radio, with Dixie, and man, that's been good. So we've got some options out there. If you're a business and you want to, hey, I want to get my brand, my logo in front of the community, well, here's an opportunity, because we're going to do some things either through radio, through live streaming, through game day programs. We have a team website now. We have all the social media. In our mind, those things are opportunities. It's a win-win. We can build a relationship where, hey, we need the financial commitment. They need a way to get in front of the community. And Prattville football is the community. There's not a better venue where you can be in front of 3,000 or 4,000 people in one night, or the constant following we have through social media, through all the things that we do. It's a win-win situation. So we have those opportunities. So we have a corporate sponsorship program. There's some other things that we hadn't officially decided we're going to do yet, but there's some things that are coming down the pipe that we'll probably, get out there, release that we're going to be doing the next week or two. But before, I won't officially decide we're going to do it. So, but just those things have been going real well. We're already ahead of the game on some of it. We've already got some businesses stepped up and said, man, I want to be a part of that. So, we encourage anybody that wants to be associated with us. So, you're not only doing, you're doing the community a service, you're helping our kids, but you get something in return, and that's the way we look at it.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, the kickoff against Foley is August 24th. It's less than 3 months away. It's on us. It'll be on us before we know it.
Right.
What are the things that you are really going to focus on between now and kickoff to have this team ready to go?
Well, and one thing, and it's kind of similar to what we're going to do every day, we've got to identify exactly who we are. We got a better idea now after 10 days of spring ball. As far as what type of offense, we already had a general idea. We're going to be a tempo, multiple spread, but with that, multiple is the key word. Depending on what you got personnel, depends on what you're going to run scheme-wise. So you're getting a little bit better idea of what you got, who are your strengths. Any good coach is, we need to take our better athletes, find a way to get them the ball, or highlight our strengths on defense. If we're going to be really good up front in the box, then we got to have a scheme that fits that. If we're going to be weak in the area, we got to find a way to cover up that weakness. So those are things that we'll continue to do this summer as we prepare for that first game. You play a Foley team that, we don't know a whole lot about. They're new on the schedule. Now, I know personally, we played them when I was at McGill, so I do know something about them, but I think they have the same head coach, but they got a new defensive coordinator, so we're going to have to, figure out what they're doing down there. And they're going to be hungry. I know the head coach, Tad Niblett's a really good football coach, and he's going to have them ready. And when they come up here, I think August 24th, we better be ready to go. But I'll say this, and I mean this because we got a few months to do it, but there's always that sense of urgency. And to me, that's what I tried to tell the kids this spring. As the spring went on, there was days when, man, we turned up the intensity. And I said, guys, look, I get it. Man, you're 6-7 days into a new offense and defense. I don't expect you to know all this perfect. But if I don't set that expectation of you being the best, then we never will turn this thing back to where it needs to be. So
that's right.
You tack each day, there's a sense of urgency, like we are playing this week, knowing that, hey, we've got some time to get our boys ready. So, but man, you talking about the game's getting me excited. Man, I'm ready for it to be here, but knowing that we still got a long way to go. So.
The summer doesn't end for these kids. I mean, the season doesn't end for these kids in the summertime. And Coach Shook is going to have these guys working hard. How many hours a day would you say an average Prattville line puts in the summer?
From a kid, so we'll get them here about 7:30. We'll get them here about 7:30 in the morning. We're going to practice about 11:15, 11:30 every day. And that's just what's required of them. We have a lot of kids that will come back up, do extra running. Even these last 3 weeks off, man, we've had kids in and out every day. And which to me, and we hadn't made them. It's all been, all this is, none of it's mandatory. So it's all voluntary if they want to come. And I tell you what, in these last few weeks when we ain't had organized team workouts, man, they're coming in. Lets me know we're going to have a chance to be good, because you got kids that want to be good. They want to get extra work. They want to run. They want to lift. Man, that's the stuff that you look for as a head coach. So on an average day, average kid, you're putting in 4 to 5 hours a day, 4 days a week. And then when you're talking about 7-on-7s, you're talking about other camps, man, you're looking at a 25, 30, 35 hours a week if you really want to be good at something. But we also, I'll say this, as much as that is said, man, they're also high school kids. And we're not going to do things on Friday, Saturday, Sunday in the summer unless it's a 7-on-7. I want them to be kids. I do, because y'all all know they get out in the real world and they get older and get jobs. Man, all this does is prepare them for when they get older, because they don't slow down. You start getting family and kids and career, man. That's the beauty about high school football or any extracurricular, prepares them for life. So.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, thanks for your time. Really has been a pleasure to catch up with you. Look forward to what's going to happen this summer, and look forward to that kickoff in August.
That's right. Thank you.
This has been Coach Caleb Ross. I'm Will Barrett, and thank you for watching Prattville Football Today. We'll see you soon.